Yeah, so this isn't actually entirely something that's properly documented in humans, but even then, the mechanism is plausible. We've seen it in things like rats. The pathways do exist, which is why I'm someone who opts for finasteride over dutasteride. Few reasons for that. The first is the conversion is going to be, well, the reduction of conversion is going to be less. So imagine I've got, a 90% versus a 70% reduction in DHT. That means when it comes to the neurosteroids, when it comes to the receptors that can actually take that in and lead to euphoria or motivation or drive or whatever, I'm still keeping a good deal of that. The second reason, though, I tend to pick finasteride over is finasteride is worse at crossing into the blood-brain barrier, or crossing the blood-brain barrier, not crossing into, which means in some way it's more likely that it's not going to convert as much, at least in that area. And then, all that being said, there's two types of 5-AR, and one of them is what happens in most of your tissues, right? So that's like type 1, but they're not really type 1 and 2, but that's not the point. So one of them is mainly like your general body, and then the other one is more present in the brain. So when it comes to that as well, finasteride doesn't actually inhibit that second type, right? The one that is in the brain. It's not about crossing the blood-brain barrier. It's just this type it doesn't do. And that's something where, the rest of your cells in your body also have that sort of conversion, but it's not the primary one, if that makes sense. I hope this made sense.